pray in secret. Matthew 6:6 says, when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Leonard Ravenhill said, the secret of praying is praying in secret. Ian Bound said that public prayers are of little worth unless they are founded on or followed up by private praying. In Luke 18:10, we find the story of two men. One was a Pharisee. He stood in the middle of the temple and he prayed in a loud voice so that everyone could see how holy he was. The other was a publican, a tax collector. He was a sinner. He stood by himself in a corner and whispered his prayer. The Pharisee prayed, God, I thank thee, and I'm not as evil as these other men are. I am not unjust or an adulterer or a tax collector as that other man is. I fast twice a week and I pay my tithes faithfully. But the publican would not lift his eyes to heaven. Instead, he stood by himself in an out-of-the-way corner, placed his hand on his heart, and he simply prayed, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. Jesus said that the publican's prayers were effective and the Pharisee's prayers were wasted. The Pharisee's prayers hit the roof and went nowhere. The publican's prayer soared straight to heaven. The Pharisee was heard by men and ignored by God. The publican was despised by men, but celebrated by the Almighty. In the moment of his prayer, the Pharisee received all the benefit he would ever get from his prayer. But the publican's prayer reverberated throughout eternity. Where you pray determines where you get the benefit. It's much better to pray humbly in private and have God's ear than it is to pray in public and have a heart overflowing with pride. Who are you trying to impress with your prayers, God or man? When do you pray most passionately? When you're in the pulpit or in private? Where are you the most eloquent? In the meeting place or in your secret place? And it's not that praying in public is bad. We need to pray in public because we have corporate prayers, praying all together for our nation and for people, for the whole church. And so praying in public is okay. But we should all practice a time of praying in secret.